Welcome. Tonight's matchup between the Saline Hornets and the Temperance Bedford Kicking Mules.
That's right, John. I'm Matt Dorado alongside John Heidloff. Hearing the introductions for the Hornets of Saline right now. And we have Jacob Hollis. We've already seen Ed Gall and Ryan James. Who's next up for us, Johnny?
I'm going to guess Big Mac Attack, Jeff Mack.
Yeah, he's known downstairs as Mac Truck, Mac Attack, so forth. And here's the big man in the middle. We all know him as Chris Baker.
Yes.
Right, Johnny?
No doubt.
I'm looking for an exciting game tonight between the Kicking Mules of Temperance Bedford and the Hornets of Saline. What have been the results of the last 2 years, John?
Ooh, they've had quite dismal performances in the past two meetings. Last year at Bedford, I think they lost 71-46 in the area. You know, I just made that up, but it could be anywhere around there.
They did get quite a thrashing last year at Bedford. But, you know, that was the first game of the year, and now that we're a few games into the season, I'm looking for a better performance by Saline.
Yes, these Hornets are sure a well-oiled machine, and they're coming off, what are we on, a 5-game win streak here?
4 or 5, I'm not really sure. All I know is that they pretty much put Brighton in their place last game.
Alice forgets his warm-up. All right, he's got it all. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce a special guest of ours up here in the commentating booth. We have with us Kyle Sy of What Do You Have to Say for Yourself. Kyle, say hello.
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Great.
Yes.
Sure, everybody's doing good out there. And we're about ready for tip-off. We've got Ryan James at point guard, Ed Gall at the 2 spot at the shooting guard, Jeff Mack at the 3-man, looking to drop bombs. 4-man, we got power from Jacob Hollis. And the big man in the middle is who, Johnny?
Well, I think it's Christopher Baker.
Christopher Baker. And
taking the tip.
I'd put my money on Chris Baker for the tip. And he controls it to point guard Ryan James. And we're off for action. Around to Mack.
Okay, with Kurt Rambis guarding Jeff Mack early.
I think the rec specs are the favorite up here right now. Looks for the hand checks right now. Ryan James setting it up. Gets a little
almost got
pressure.
A pocket pick there.
Pressure from number 12, Joe Albring. James puts on a move, loses the ball again. Over to Mack. Alice puts on his patent move. Great shot. Baker with the rebound. Great rebound. And we're going to get an over the back on Jacob Hollis. But, you know, I think Coach likes to see the hustle. What do you think, Johnny?
Yeah, I'm not sure he likes the early fouls, but, you know, I think we're concerned with hustle in this game, non-conference game.
That's right. And we're going to start out on our press here for the Hornets. A little light pressure from Jacob Hollis. Number 35, Scott Dukake brings it up. To 12, back to... Oh, Baker says no.
Oh, Baker.
And the crowd loves it.
Baker says no diggity. He likes the way you work it.
Over to Eddie G with the knee braces.
Brings it back.
Ryan James sets it up. He's the general out there. They're working to Baker, and
they bring it inside.
About 4 people collapse on Baker, which got to leave somebody open, right, John?
If my math is correct, it would leave 2 people open.
Yes. Another shot by Alice. And he's just not doing good right now. And number 12, Albring brings it up again.
Yeah, it's kind of a big fellow.
Big fellow with a knee high.
Yeah. Oh, this guy forgot his socks in the locker room. What we got going here?
Maybe Albring took him from him.
Matthew Tippin.
And James with great defense right there. And we got a jump ball. And Bedford seems to be just wanting to give it to Saline, but it's their ball in the possession area.
That's the hustle you were just talking about, Matt, right there.
Exactly. Thanks, Kyle.
Ryan James doing his favorite country dance, the hustle.
Over to number 44, Chris Forey. Forey.
Horace
My
Grant.
bad.
Horace Grant to the layperson.
Great cutoff there by Alice. And I think they've been working on that in practice, a little help defense. With the shot, Andy gets the shooters rolling clean. That's not supposed to happen, but Chris Foray with the 3, and it's 3-0 Bedford.
Ooh,
and
Eddie Gall.
Wait. Pocket pick, but he steals it right back, right to James. And better get it to James, the experienced one, bringing it up.
He's a big senior leader out there.
That's right.
I think what Salene's looking to do early is probably get into Chris Baker.
That's exactly right.
Actually, probably looking to do that early, middle, and late.
Pretty much throughout the game when he's in.
Since he is the core of their offense and defense.
And we got a foul on number 12, Joe Albring. That's going to bring up his first foul. And it was on the ground, so we got Saline out of bounds.
Look for the floater to Baker in the middle. The favorite play of theirs.
That's right.
They're going to
Run
give
to
it
the
to
box.
And they give it to him.
And just as you called it, Johnny.
Thank
Goes
you.
up strong with it. Ooh.
One of you.
So he could not find the bottom of that hole.
And I think he will there, and one. And this is how we do it.
That's correct.
Had to fall sometime.
Chris Baker bringing the noise.
And as I see early on in the game, John, Saline's pretty much dominating the boards on Bedford. Is that what you see from over there?
Yes, both offensive and defensive boards.
And we know that the Saline team is a big team. Right, John? Averaging about 6'3" on the team, probably around there.
Oh, yeah. Yes, and I hear next year they are getting a 7-footer. He'll be a transfer from
Australia.
Yes, that's correct. And he's looking,
number 12, Joe Albring, having a little trouble with James right now. James is all over him like a pair of spandex. Over to 42. Tippin. I think he wants to shoot it in before he tips it in.
I'd say.
Albring handling it. Light pressure from Jacob Hollis.
Tough point.
Takes it in. The jumper from 25, and that's not going to be good. Follows the shot. And we got a foul on the ground, I think. Chris Baker, I believe so.
Yes.
Didn't see the push there, but the Bedford fans seem to like it.
Well, Bedford fans seem to like anything.
Yeah, anything going for them right now.
That's their
Still
breed.
3-2 Bedford here and early going. 5 seconds, and that's got to be a big confidence boost for the Hornets of Saline.
As opposed to the Hornets of, say, Charlotte.
Yes. James looks at his options. He knows he's got the full 10 seconds.
The Mules running a 2-man press, broken easily by James.
And you know James has got the speed to do that. Jacob looking for Baker again.
Rambus on him tight.
Over to Eddie G with the knee braces. And we got that. You got to call that. I mean, if you don't call that early, it's going to start to get out of hand, right, John?
Yes, Matthew Tippin tried to take off Ed Gall's jersey there.
And, of course, Eddie Gall played that great defense on Hanson last week. Held him to 6 points, I believe.
Yes, also played good defense on Henson.
Yeah, Hanson that. Yeah.
But who's counting, you know?
That's right.
Jeff Mack out of bounds. Nobody on the ball out of there. And we get it into James. And the lob to Baker. He should have an easy 2 there. And that's the way it's going to be for Baker all game.
That was 2, but I don't know how easy that was.
Oh,
and we got a little double dribble.
Yes, and I think we know what Nintendo game he got for Christmas.
That's right.
Double dribble.
Yeah.
Right.
And into Eddie G. And you know he can handle the ball. But gives it up to James.
Probably a smart move.
Over to Mack. I think they're isolating for Baker. Swing over to Eddie G. And 21 is just all over him. James to the hoop. Tough shot and goes in. I don't know how he put that one in. It's a great shot from James. That's a lot of hours in the team going in.
Yes, I think the Mules are learning that swing is more than just a one-man team.
That's right.
They can do more than just stop Chris Baker. They've got many weapons, many potent weapons on their side.
That's right. The Mules set it up. They try to get it into 25. That's a good move by him, but I don't know how much longer Baker's going to tolerate that.
Yes, Baker trying to stay out of foul trouble early, which is probably a smart idea. I'm sure that's a move strategized by, is that a word?
Yes.
Okay, thanks. By Coach Brenneman.
And over to Baker again, and he's going to have an easy 2 again.
Okay.
And if Bedford doesn't find an answer for that, it's going to be a long night for them.
Now, you'd think after a few times getting in pretty deep to Baker.
Oh, and we got an offensive foul by Chris Baker. He took the chance on a second, and a good chance that was.
Exactly.
And there's a little shoving going on with Chris Baker and number 25. Getting a little coaching there from T. Brenneman.
Yes, Baker said, no cash, I'll discharge it.
That's right. I like that one, John.
Thank you. Just made it up myself.
Hollis is going to take it out and get it into Eddie G.
Gall rolls off the pick. 4 showing the vintage 95 pipes.
That's right. That's so last year, though. You know?
That's Blake Flessner.
And early on, I'm seeing that Bedford's just not giving Saline much room. I mean, they're going to hand check. They're going to do whatever they can.
Yes, they are fighting like a mule.
And Ed's going to say, I'm going to take control of this game. I'm going to set it up.
Yeah, right there Ed said, I'm
There
going
you
to swing
go.
it around the horn, and we got a foul.
We got a foul on number 21.
Okay, let's see what
Nick
the ref's calling
Francis.
here. We got a hold on Francis. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge our camera people tonight. Working with we have Kyle Newmeyer, director of SETN, and Matt Elmore.
Couple good guys.
I'd like to give them props for their hard work.
Back to the action. How much time we got left here, John?
I don't know, I can't see.
About 240.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Kyle.
And Baker again. John, what is going on down in the low post?
Baker's got 8 early points.
And that was a little out of control. Before cleans up. And that's going to be Blake Flessner on the shot.
We got a Saline timeout here on the floor.
Yes, Coach Brennan wants to talk it over. At this point in the game, what's Coach Brennan saying, Matt?
I think he's happy right now with the post play of Chris Baker. But a couple of these boards have been, I think, could have gone in Saline's favor. And he's probably going to say, box out. And he looks animate right now about that point. I think Saline maybe needs to, they're doing good with the pressure. And I think T. Brenneman just wants to regroup right now.
Yes, I think he'd like to slow it down. I think in a half-court game,
yeah,
Saline's definitely got the advantage.
And that's a good point. Saline likes to slow it down, run the half-court game.
Also working with up here in the press box with us up here is Bob Tallman. He always does camera work for the Hornets.
That's right.
Friend.
Good friend. Long-time friend.
Good parent. Good teacher. He's a good guy in general.
He's a model Saline citizen.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Was a volunteer fireman for many years.
Exactly. And we're coming out of the timeout here. And another good thing about these guys, the starting 5, is they can pretty much stay in the whole game. Because I know T. Brenneman likes to work on conditioning in practice. Any thoughts on that, Johnny?
They can stay in the whole game, but Saline's bench is so deep this year, they don't really have to. There's plenty of guys that can come off the bench and we can't lose a beat, you know?
That's right. And that's a good defensive play right there, but a better play by James. But unfortunately, the jerseys are slippery, and he slid on the ground.
This is one disadvantage of converting to the nylon jerseys as opposed to the leather jerseys of the early 20s.
That's a good point, John.
Thank you.
And again, we have 4A bringing up the ball. A little change up there. And we got to call those screens, and I'm sure T. Brenneman could not be happy about that.
An easy bucket for number 35, Scott Duquette.
And 21, Nick Francis continues to hand check Ryan James. But he seems to be handling pressure. Over to Gall, over to Mack. Poked away. Over to Alice. And you know Alice can pick it off the dribble, and so can Eddie G. Back to Alice.
Alice recovers. Back
To
up
Eddie
to
G for 3. Oh. And you know Ed can shoot that.
Yes, Ed does have a deadly outside shot. Once he gets it going, it's all over for the Kicking Mules.
That's right. 10-9 right now in Saline's favor. And 25 still animate about getting the ball in against Baker.
You know, he's really going nowhere against Chris Baker. But of course, Baker probably has 20 pounds on him.
Look at you got to call that 3 seconds. I'm not sure what they're calling there.
He's calling
3
seconds.
seconds.
Thank you.
That's a good call by my co-announcer, Matt Dorado, right there.
And I'm a little happier with the refs this game. Last game wasn't so sure.
So sure.
Right now we got big Nate McPherson second in.
Also known as McP.
Yes.
Blank.
As well as Jason Bull, number 51.
And Bull is a big man. He is just a big guy, you know?
Yeah.
He weighs in at, about 350 these days?
Oh, yeah, at least.
And he's about 6'5", and that's a great play by number 35.
That's good anticipation.
And we got and one for number 35, Scott Duquette.
Hornet fans
And he
not
said,
happy with that.
Yeah. And he said, I'm not scared of Ryan James. I'm just going to take it into him. And that's what you got to do in varsity basketball.
Yes, you saw James' feet weren't set, and James is coming out, and defensive whiz Bobby Korecki's coming in. Cricky not known for his shooting, but in past games has shown a delicate touch from the outside.
That's right. But I think he's known most for his defense. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that, John?
Oh, well, he's like a little gnat, you know, you can't get rid of him.
Yeah. And he'll continue to haunt you the whole game. And this kid just does not slow down.
Bedford working a two-man press broken by Crick and Gall.
And Ed gets penetration.
Mike Comfort checking in next to ball.
Over to Ed. Back to Krecky. Bull trying to establish some inside position there. Hard to live up to when you got the likes of Baker on your team. But I'm sure he's gotten better in practice with him.
Of course.
And Bob showing the outside range. Let me take my foot out of my mouth, John.
Yes. Yes, don't ever say that Bobby Krecky has no outside shot, because he has that and a lot more.
And 21 has the answer. Nick Francis for the trifecta. And at the end of the first quarter, surprisingly, we have 15-13 Bedford.
You know, that's some good momentum going into the second quarter for. And we'll be back after these.
Insurance card or pay cash. You'll get more for your money.
No problem. Thanks.
The medicine shop, but a pharmacy was meant to be.
And we're back at the end of the first quarter here. And although the score is in the favor of Bedford, it looks like Saline was pretty much controlling this game. What do you think, John?
Well, yeah, for the most part. But Saline's got to do some work if they want to finish him off.
I think
right.
they just got to keep feeding it into the big guy down the middle, Chris Baker.
Yeah, and I don't think they can really handle the size of the likes of Jason Bull and Nate McPherson. I mean, we got two guys coming in at 6'5" here, and Saline has to exploit that.
Very solid big man McPherson, a 3-year varsity winner.
And we have Apple Pie, Jeff Wilcox coming in right now, along with Mike Comfort, excuse me.
Excuse you. Yes, Mike Comfort.
And he's going to be looking to get into his comfort zone. And that's a great drive by McPhee there.
McPherson hacked on the way to the hole.
And Bedford gives his arm back. We got number 10 coming in, Matthew Banks.
Coming in for, we got, Kurt Rambus. Number 44, Chris Foray.
And they're going to give it into Jason Bull. He's going to try to establish some inside position. And that's out to Bob Korecki. Swings it over to three-point specialist Jeff Wilcox. Back over to Korecki, and he'll take his second one for the night. And Ford's going to clean that up, Blake Flessner. And they want to run the break. Matthew Banks puts that in right off the bench. And he's going to be going for the three-point play.
Yeah,
and Terry Brenneman cannot be happy with that, John.
Bedford showing some early bench depth on their side.
And Saline's going to have to pick it up a little bit right now. It's 17-13 Bedford. And the Kicking Mules are showing life. And the free throw is also good. And I think Bob Korecki's got to take charge right now.
McPherson lays a heavy pick.
But this has become a physical game so far. Saline gets a break there with the Kicking Mules putting it out of bounds, and they're going to get another chance. Into Comfort, heavy pressure. Over to Korecki. Over to Apple Pie, Jeff Wilcox.
With Bedford playing so tight, you got to wonder why they aren't setting more picks, trying to free their guys up.
And Nate McPherson is called for traveling. I did not see that one.
Excellent call, Kyle.
Nate cannot be happy with that one. But you know Nate's a tough player. He's a third-year varsity player. And Nate McPherson says right back in your face, Bedford, here's a travel for you.
Yes, even though I don't think he caused that, as you lead us to believe, Matt.
Oh, well.
Was an excellent play.
Bob having trouble at the top of the key. Over to Comfort. Back to Wilcox. And I think right now they got to reestablish the inside game. That's got to be what Terry Brenneman wants right now. And Bull's wanting it.
Yes, on offense they're looking like some chickens with their heads cut off right now.
That's right. Back to Wilcox. Oh. Nate McPherson with the big rebound. Over to Comfort.
Oh, Bob thinks about it. Instead goes to the hole for the easy
And he
deuce.
gets two. That's a great drive by Bob Korecki. Showing his quickness right there into the key. The turnaround from Bedford. And Jason Bull cleans it up. Took Korecki. And Wilcox was down there wide open, but Korecki didn't see him. Back to Wilcox now. Comfort at the top of the key. Comfort drives. Back to McPherson. McPherson takes the easy J. It comes up a little bit short on that one.
Just rimmed out on him. Good looking home crowd out here supporting the Hornets this evening.
It was looking a little bleak at the beginning, but
Yes, definitely a late arriving crowd.
that's right. But Saline is known for their crowd, their student section.
Yes, and taking back to the game is number 55 Chris Baker and 31 Jacob Olive.
And Bull and McPherson hear it from the crowd.
Yes, they earned those minutes out there, right?
That's right. And Baker, although not knowing it, knocks it out of bounds. Good pressure from Saline right now. They're going to throw the lob. Back to 35. Got Duquette. Oh, and that's going to be another travel on number 10, Matthew Banks. And he's not happy with that one. But when can you ever be happy with a traveling, though, right?
Exactly.
Jeff Wilcox out of bounds. And into Bob Korecki, the field general right now. Gives a little shake and bake. Brings it up the court.
And Wilcox finds Alice down low. Alice finds nothing.
And Alice takes an ill-advised shot right there. I don't know if that's the one they were looking for, John.
Wall block shot, you're never looking for that. But,
And Korecki picks his pocket, but the ref says he got a little arm, too. So that's going to be on 25, Bob Korecki. He's going to take a well-deserved rest. Oh, maybe not.
All right. Looks like Jeff Wilcox leaving the game and Mike Comfort. Good work, Hornets.
And we still got 18-15 Bedford right now.
We've been stuck on that score for
That's right.
a few minutes.
And a little bit of a defensive struggle right now. Oh!
He thought about it. Then he thought
And
about
he's-
Ryan James.
and
He
that's-
thought about him.
And that's just great defense by Ryan James right there. I mean, he's got the experience on the floor, you know? I mean, they don't get much better than Ryan James. And we're going to get a timeout by
either Saline or Bedford, I'm guessing.
Yeah. Not sure there. I don't really. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's talk a little bit about Friday's matchup. Who we got? We got the Milan Big Reds coming to town.
Big SEC matchup. I remember the first meeting last year against Saline and Milan. Milan somehow pulled that one out in their first meeting. And that was Saline's only SEC loss last year.
Yes, and that loss sparked a 10-game winning streak?
Something like that.
Definitely fueled the fire to the Hornets' success last season.
And, you know, it's Friday, we're at home, and, you know, it's just going to be a big matchup. Coming out of the timeout right now. Looks like the same five for Saline. Got Chris Baker, Bob Korecki, Ryan James, Jeff Mack, and rounding it out is Jacob Hollis. James trying to get free right now. Finally does. And James brings it across half court. Penetration. Oh, he gets nailed. And you wonder if he's going to get up from that one.
Yes, this is Saline kickboxing coverage on channel 22.
Good one, John. And James not known to miss free throws, so I believe he's going to knock those down. James fighting off a little bit of an ankle injury, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him in this game or last game. Silence over the crowd.
Good rotation
James
and
is
good.
great. A little bit of leaning after that, maybe helping it in a little bit.
He's known for that.
A follow-through is always important in free throws, right, John?
Yes. Now, Ryan James, an interesting success story. James, when he was born, only weighed something like 3 pounds. Has overcome that.
And look where he is now, you know? I mean, star cornerback at Saline.
Yeah, exactly. He's a three-sport star. An easy hoop there by number 25, Chad Clay.
We're hearing it from the Saline parents right now. Not too happy with the officiating thus far.
Yes. But how can you be happy with that?
It looks like number 21, Nick Francis, checking in the game for number 12, Joe Albring. And he hears it from the Bedford crowd.
Bedford has a good-looking crowd out here tonight.
Yes, it's surprising for a Tuesday, and not to mention it's an away game.
Yes, a sea of red.
One might call it the Red Sea.
One might.
And James rarely misses a free throw. But Alice on the cleanup. And we're going to get an over the back on number 25, I think.
Yes, all packed on the board.
And Alice having a hard time putting in the bunnies right now.
Yeah, frustrating night for Alice so far.
What's our time situation right now, Kyle?
Well, we got about 4 minutes left in the half here, Matt.
Thanks.
Thank you, Kyle.
We got a score of 17-20 in favor of the Bedford Mules. Or 18 after that free throw.
And another one good by Alice. And that might just be the spark that he needs to ignite his fire.
Oh, yeah. Gotta be.
Number 25, Chad Clay coming out. And we got a jump ball, and that's just pure hustle by Ryan James. Rack that one up in the hustle column, right, John?
You know, there's no quitting that kid.
That's right. Still Bedford's ball.
Oh!
Late call on Jeff Mack.
And Brenneman not happy with that call.
And that'll make Brenneman come off his seat.
Okay, are we in the bonus here? What do you think?
Yes, I think we are.
Okay, so number 35, Scott Ducate. Shooting a one-on-one.
And that's going to be missed, and it's going to be cleaned up by Chris Baker.
This is the front end out to Baker.
And he owns the boards. And that's to Jeff Mack. Puts it to Chris Baker. Not known for at the top of the key, but, I mean, that's the way the break goes sometimes. Oh.
Yeah, several NBA
So we got
scouts.
a blocking foul right now.
Yes.
But refs didn't see it.
Several NBA scouts in the building this evening.
I think I saw the... And finally, Saline gets a call right now.
Yes. They're most likely here to see maybe Baker, Gall, Reed, you know, the likes of those.
Yeah. That's going to be on 21, Nick Francis. And that's going to be his second foul.
Ryan James with the charity stripe once again. He'll be shooting one-on-one. First shot up and rattles
No good.
out.
So I guess it wasn't a one-on-one.
Yes, scratch that.
Really, we're just being nice and giving him the second one.
I think so. I think
Judge
it's for
for
the
yourself.
hustle. It was the hustle all night they gave the second shot.
That's probably it.
And this is
And
the second
James
one.
rarely misses another one. He's missed his last 3, and you're just not going to see that from Ryan James right now, or at any time.
Oh, fakes out 2 Saline defenders.
And he gets the shooter's roll.
These friendly Hornet rims.
That's right. Bedford fans want to walk, but they're not going to get it. Instead, they're going to get a missed shot. Oh, and they got Baker over the back. I thought that was a loose ball in the key, but
yes, and Chris Baker penalized for being able to jump higher than his opponent.
That's
Once
right.
again, we've seen that many times this year. And the Saline fans giving the ref an earful. I think that was Mr. James with a good call there.
And it looks like we've got a fresh
five coming in here.
Good work, Hornets.
Bedford playing tough thus far.
3-point advantage over the Hornets.
That's right. And we got a free throw, and it's made, the first one, by Scott Duquette. And Duquette's having a big game so far.
Oh, yeah.
Gives a little spinaroo. And the second one's good for Duquette. Name McPherson, out of bounds. Ed Gall. And they're all over the Hornets.
Ed Gall, 6'4" guard. That's a rarity in the SEC. Ed Gall out of Saline, Michigan. And with the walk.
And you see that called a lot on Ed Gall, and I really don't think he's traveling. It's just that, refs don't really see a 6'4" man running the point.
Ed Gall moves so quick that the refs see him move, and they assume it's a travel because no human being can move that fast.
That's right. My thoughts exactly. And right now, Bedford's got a 5-point lead. I believe their biggest lead of the game.
I mean, the only animals that can move faster than Ed Gall are maybe the spotted cheetah.
Maybe.
I think
Kangaroo.
Yes, perhaps. Oh, quarterback Ed Gall hits Comfort. Comfort used to play.
Oh! Comfort makes the... Oh, but Nate turns it over.
Ooh. Before Flessner thought about it, they kicked out to number 10. Matthew Banks.
Oh!
And what candy bar did he purchase before the game, Matt?
I think it was a Butterfinger.
I'd say.
Saline gets a break right there. With the stone hands right there.
How much time we got, Si?
Coming up on 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Enthusiastically as always, Kyle Si.
And somebody's going to have to give him help, and it's Jason Bull. Great backdoor cut by Nate McPherson, and he puts the biscuit in the basket. 24-21.
Yes, you get money when you go to the bank, as Nate has certainly found out this evening. We give it to Horace Grant in the corner, and kicks it back out.
Hornets showing Mad D right now.
Number 21, Nick Francis for the Mules. He's an exchange student out of Peru.
Oh, we got a call over the back right there.
He's over the back.
And Duquette, a little frustration foul right there, I think.
Yeah, he was a little upset with, I think, the whole offensive series.
That's right. And who's going to head down to the charity stripe here? Nate McPherson?
Oh, yeah.
And Nate, fairly good on free throws, has that high arcing shot.
Yeah. Always makes you hold your breath, but you always get what you want from him. Good hard-nosed player named McPherson.
And Nate touched nothing but nylon on that one. And that's his 3rd point. Nate McPherson.
And again, touches nothing but nylon.
I think Nate's got to start hitting them weights.
I guess his strength just gave out on him. And oddly enough, we saw a airball free throw from Chris Baker last game. What's going on here, John?
Well, that's a rarity by both players. I think they should be overlooked.
Hornets opening up a zone defense right now.
Francis Durambus out to number 10, Banks.
And Saline right now doesn't want to get over anxious right now. And we got 3 seconds. And that's exactly what a good zone defense will do for you, John.
Yes, 3 in the key. The second time has been called on these mules tonight. These stinking mules. You know, from up here in the press box, we had a pretty good shot of both coaches' bald spots.
Exactly.
Brenneman, the mastermind of these past 3 Hornets teams.
Bull with the jumper, and he has range. Can't find it there. And I think Bedford's going to be calling for the last shot right now.
That's clock ticking down, approaching 20 seconds.
Passing it around right now, and number 4, Blake Flessner, is going to bring it up. And he might be the man for the last shot. Spoke too soon. And he gets the shooter's roll.
And Edgar's going to look for the heave. Can't get it. Almost hit the cheerleader.
That can't be too bad, though.
She's like a deer in the headlights. And we'll be back after these.
Is your family's busy schedule getting in the way of your eyesight? At Cunningham Vision Centers, we have the solution. With our express service, on-site lab, evening and Saturday hours, our knowledgeable staff will have you seeing clearly in no time. We have a great selection of glasses and contacts at discount prices. Put Dr. Thomas Cunningham's 15 years of practice to work for you. At Cunningham Vision Center, seeing is believing, with 2 offices conveniently located in the Saline Shopping Center and in downtown Tecumseh.
We are the dummies, scratching our through, busting our heads just for you. My name is Vince, the job makes me sore. If you'd buckle up, I wouldn't do it no more.
They call me Larry. I'm a dummy too. When you don't buckle up, the dummy is you.
Buckle that belt.
These are professional dummies. Do not attempt this at home.
Buckle that belt. Don't one thing to say, and we know we're not wrong. When you go for a ride, put your safety belt on.
Right now, up in the Saline press box, we have a very special guest with us. It's Maceo Baston from the Michigan Wolverines basketball team, and we're very honored. How you doing, Maceo?
How you doing?
And we're going to ask him 2 questions, like how's the team this year? How's it going with you guys over there?
We in a little bit of something right now. You know, we lost 3 games we should have won, and I'm trying to rebuild and regroup, and we look forward to having, rest of our year to be a bang.
So recently you guys took a trip out to Hawaii. How was that?
It was fun, except for the 10-hour flight. Our legs were kind of weary and tired, but it's like that when you travel there for to play basketball.
That's great.
Now, on the flight, what kind of service did you get? Did you get any special service, being the Michigan Wolverines?
We didn't get any. The only thing we got maybe was a seat in the extra row because, it was so crowded and tight on the plane, and people were laying back on your legs, and it was very uncomfortable, especially coming home as we lost, so.
I can imagine. Now, the team started off very strong this year. I think up to a 4 ranking was the highest they went. I had kind of a bad week in the Hawaii tournament. How are you hoping to rebound from that?
We just got to go out and play tough and play together as a team. When we were 8-0, we played team ball and dominated teams, and we got to do that again.
Excellent.
So let me see here, Maceo. Now, do you love playing in Ann Arbor? I mean, is there anywhere else where you love to play, or do you just love Ann Arbor? What do you like about Ann Arbor?
Ann Arbor is nice. It's my home gym. We practice there every day. But I would love to go home to Dallas and play a game there. I haven't played at home yet. And, my family will be there and friends, and I think I have a good game in Texas.
Okay, great. So what are your thoughts on the Saline game right now? What do you think about this high school ball?
Well, right now, y'all down. I got to, bring the score up, get some easy fast break points, and the guys playing zone on y'all, they can't, gotta, get back and play zone on. You got to help and run before the zone gets there and beat the zone, and that's all you got to do.
Exactly.
Now, Maceo, you obviously have some NBA potential, a great deal of it actually. Now, you're only a junior, I'm correct? Now, are you looking to maybe go into the draft after this year, or do you want to stay for your senior year at Michigan? I know we'd all really like you to stay. We're all big fans over here in Saline. What do you think?
Well, I really can't say right now, you know. I mean, if it's there for me, you know, I'll take the opportunity, but if not, you know, I haven't had any money so far, so another year won't hurt me. But, you know, I have fun playing with, you know, my guys on my team, and I love, you know, the campus in Ann Arbor, so, I mean, I don't want to leave it, you know, just because of money, you know. That's, hey. All right.
Okay, we got to wrap it up here. We'd like to thank Maceo Baston, our very special guest, and unexpected guest. Glad to have him. And from John Heidloff and Matt Dorado. Thanks a lot, Maceo. Yeah, we'll be back with the game.
No, you're not. All right, the second half action here. Right after the interview with Maceo Baston. What a great guy, you know, to come up to
Oh, yeah.
up to our press box to have a little chat with us. What a great guy.
Yes. Of course. We all love to have special guests. You know, we had Patrick Ewing one game last week.
Yeah, but I mean, how can that compare to Maceo Baston?
They really can't.
It looks like we're going to have a foul on Ryan James right now. Right now I'm a little bit awe, you know, of Maceo Baston. I mean, you know, I think I'm a pretty big guy, but geez, I mean, that guy was touching clouds.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he almost hit his head on the dang ceiling.
Because he's so tall.
Exactly.
All right. Back to reality, though.
Oh, I don't know about that call.
And we got a block on Jacob Ollis. And Ollis is not having his type of game. That's going to be a foul on Jacob Ollis, his second. And right now it's 27-22 in favor of Bedford.
That's a burp. I use a soft button.
I think we're all glad of that, John.
Oh.
And it's now 28-22.
Ah.
And 29-22 now. And Saline's going to have to do something right now. I'm sure they're not happy with being in the 20s for the first half.
No.
And I wouldn't have wanted to be in the locker room during halftime with T. Brenneman.
He usually has about 60 or 70 points at this point.
At least. At least.
Okay.
And maybe T. Brenneman's looking down the bench and seeing Maceo down there about ready to tell him to grab Wilcox's jersey or something and get out there. What do you think, John?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it fit him, but, you know, I don't know. The Mules are looking tough, and they might be able to sit down Baston.
Ooh.
That's just
Sun's passes like that, it's not hard to shut anybody down.
Yes. I mean, right now, Brennan looking for something, anything to start the opponent. Because they're sleepwalking out there right now. That's over and back.
We got an over and back right there.
And that's just a mental mistake by Bedford right there. Maybe a little bit of a break. And that might be what we need.
Yes, I think they were sleeping in their bed first. Excuse that.
And right now, James is going to bring it up. He's going to show a little bit of senior leadership right now. Over to Ollis, junior sensation. Get it to your big man right now. And Ollis steps on the line, and Saline is on his heels right now, and they're going to have to get something going right now. Bedford makes it in. 35, Scott Duquette.
Smells up
Woo! And Baker
Big block.
Baker says no. And he said, this is my house,
Yeah.
and you cannot come inside.
We're going. Oh, I was.
And look at the great skip pass. To Gall, he can't put it in.
Gall's about 8 spins there.
And Alice can't find the hoop either.
Yeah. I think what we smelled was the heat from that block.
I think so.
Francis Karambis.
And Saline just missed about 3 layups in a row there. And now we're going to have another foul on Jacob Alice, I believe.
Alice having a tough night. What?
And it's going to be another couple free throws here for Bedford. It's looking a little bleak right now in Hornet Town. And it's 30-22 right now, with still 1 free throw to go.
Did Kurt Rambis ever play for the Pistons?
I believe he didn't.
He didn't?
I don't think so.
He played for the Lakers. We all know that.
We all know that. I think he played for the Suns for a while, too.
Yeah, I think that was during his later stages. He went around the league a couple times, I think. So what's up with the Pistons this year? You know, they got new uniforms, new colors, new logo.
And a new attitude, you know?
I really like the teal. I think it's doing a lot for the guy. Yes. You know, I didn't like those masculine colors like blue and red. I like the teal and the purple. And, you know, I can't say enough about Automotion. Yes, the dance team is where I go to the games for.
And into Baker, and he has a strip, and that's going to be a jump ball going Bedford's way.
Bedford, though.
And Saline's going to have to get a timeout right now, and that's exactly what T. Brenneman wants.
Number 10, Matthew Banks, throwing off his chest hair. With that low-cut jersey. I don't know if you guys can see that. Make a note of that, though. Okay, we're in timeout. Right now, Brenneman's upset. I can actually hear him up there. He's yelling pretty loud right now. He's probably saying,
And let's go down to the floor and see if we can hear some of that.
okay, sorry. Okay, couldn't really hear much, but he was yelling. I think he said, "Saline, you play bad.
Yes.
Must play good." Yeah, I think that was the gist of his statement right there.
And you can pretty much see the heat coming off his head right now.
Steam's coming out of his ears, one might say.
And Saline's going to have to regroup. Put the hands together. You know, this is going to be a team effort on this comeback, you know? You know Saline's going to have a run. It's just that they can maintain after the run. And the Mules are going to have this one out of bounds. And nobody's back right now, but Scott Duquette quickly recognizes and comes back. Jacob Hollis on the D, never giving up. As Kyle said before, I don't think quit's in his vocabulary.
No, you look up relentless in the dictionary, and don't call that okay.
Traveling, a big break for the Hornets.
Ooh.
And the Bedford fans are about ready to charge at the referee.
The Mules are kicking. The Mules are steaming.
Hornets get another break.
One way to cut down on a 9-point deficit is with defense. I mean, sure, you need the offensive points, but you have to start with the defense.
Everything starts with defense.
That's not how you want to. That's not how you want to try to make a run.
On that last offensive play, Korecki pretending like Baker is about 8 feet tall.
I think he thought Baskin was out there, actually.
Yeah, I think that might be his thought. And 44, Chris Foray is coming out of the game right now.
And his forte. Oh, big board.
And Baker puts a little slap on the ball. That's a little in-your-face Bedford.
Yeah. That's a sign of his dominance on the court.
Saline's going to need a little bit of that dominance right now, and I think it's going to come from Jacob Alice. He just cannot find the bottom of the bucket. Usually you see Jacob Alice with an and one there.
You don't think that'd be a tomahawk jam, actually.
Well, you know, that's pretty much what I meant.
Pretty much. Checking in for the Mules at number 42, Matthew Pippin, and number 12, a big boy, Joe Albring. I believe he started, actually.
That's right.
Yeah, he did.
And we got Jacob Bollis right now on the free throws. Maybe this can spark the Saline comeback.
Yes, a few players on the Mules showing their tribute to Walt Williams with the sock.
That's right. And you know, John, I mean, if you can't get it going from the floor, I mean, where else to get it going than from the charity stripe, you know? I mean, that's where it can really start. If you can shoot free throws, you can stay in the game. And Saline has cut it to 7.
Oh.
Oh, and Baker says no. Korecki gets control, and the layup by Korecki. Baker showing mad D.
And Chris Baker says, get that shot out of here. He wants none of that in his house.
And
Bob Korecki with the steal. Another dunk.
Off to Wilcox, the Fago roll. And it's down to 3.
Bedford's got to be taking timeout, and they do.
And Saline is on its feet.
They are pumped.
All of a sudden, it's down to 3, and it all starts with defense, you know?
Yes, Bob Korecki showing why he is the defensive whiz that he is. I really don't know what to mean by that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
And right now, the cheerleaders showing their hand in the game by trying to get them pumped up.
Brendan's got to be happy with that last minute of play.
I don't know what he said, but I'd sure like to know.
I think we'll take this opportunity to let all our viewers at home know that what do you have to say for yourself? We'll be doing a live program in the future. We don't have a set date on that, but we're looking forward to it. If you haven't seen a program, it's definitely a blossoming program.
Exactly.
On every 2 hours. Yes. It's getting a growing fan base. Has a very strong cult following. And we're looking forward to a lot of success in the future. So be watching for that live show. We'll let you know when it's on and for future shows. Now back to the game.
Back to the action. Saline continues its pressure. And Jeff Wilcox all over him.
Like a slice of that pie.
John, I kind of noticed that number 4 for Bedford kind of has some resemblance to you.
And entering the press box is Mike Garrett. Welcome, Mike.
I believe they're calling him Gonzo from the fans from the sideline.
And Baker rips it down.
Oh, and that's harsh, guys.
But that's part of the game of basketball. I mean, it's all about the mental game, and the Saline crowd is going to let him know about it.
I mean,
Wilcox coming off.
If we were at Temperance, we'd be hearing the same thing on the Saline air ball.
Exactly.
And Mike brings up an excellent point. Number 4 does bear a strong resemblance to Gonzo.
Eddie G gives a little shake and bake, and the shot, and it goes down.
You know that play? Edgar reminded me a lot of Scottie Pippen.
Exactly. I mean, he's got the height. He can take the ball. And I think 42 is going to be hearing that the rest of the game, unless he makes something happen. And he's looking to right now.
Oh, his face is getting red.
As red as the shirts. And Mac with a little touch foul. But that's just a hustle foul right there.
Yes, Mac hasn't logged many minutes tonight.
And it looks like Eddie G is coming out and replaced by Mike Comfort.
Yes, Mike hoping to discomfort the Kicking Mules.
Oh, and I saw traveling there.
And I saw charge.
The ref saw neither and saw out of bounds. Got to get it in, guys. And they do to Bob Korecki. Bob's showing his dribbling forte.
Oh, take a seat, Bedford.
And I believe that was a third-degree burn.
Yes, get some ice on that. Bob Korecki with the 3.
Oh, comes up short. He also needs to hit the weights, maybe.
Maybe should have stopped after that first one.
Pressing his luck. And he thinks twice before going up against the big.
Exactly.
4 Chris Baker.
I think anybody is going to. Oh, and I saw travel there.
And a push on Comfort.
Comfort getting a little too aggressive right there. Comes up with the push.
Comfort known for his aggressive play.
Coming from varsity football.
Yeah.
And it's going to be Bedford's ball on the baseline. And Comfort, again with a foul. And that was pretty blatant right there.
Yeah.
Comfort with his 4th foul.
Hmm.
And Saline already with 16 fouls, and they cannot be happy with that in the 3rd quarter.
And Gall will be most likely checking in.
Oh, and Baker almost had the steal. And 42 tries to redeem himself, but cannot. Baker was streaking, but nobody saw him. And the lob in. And one! And it comes out. And the Saline crowd goes
How
wild.
did that go through? Baker says, here's my saddle, and come on it, you know? Gets it to go, and he'll be 2 for 1, going for the 3-point play.
And Bob Korecki having a little talk with him right now.
I think Bob said, I like that shot. Chris, I do like that shot.
Gall checked in for Comfort there.
Baker trying to make good on the 3. And he does so. Baker showing much improvement on his free throws this season.
We got a 2-point lead for the Hornets.
Well, I'll be.
And that's going to be over the back. And that's a big play right there. I know T. Brenneman teaches good boxing out technique. I mean, when the shot goes up, he wants you to find your man and hit him.
And do what to him?
Hit him.
Hit him hard.
Got to see Mac down there. But instead he sees Alice. Clean breaking the press.
Oh, good move.
To Alice!
Penetration. And how do you stop it? I'm asking you.
You're not going to stop Alice once he gets hot. And 42 is still hearing it from the crowd. He's not going to forget that air ball, and neither is the Saline crowd.
The Saline crowd good at that air ball chant.
And Baker with the great D. Instead it goes to 42.
That's okay, though.
10 with the move. Oh, and Baker with the big block.
Good
And he
Lord.
takes it down. Oh.
Way to get the right back.
And he scores. The Saline crowd's going wild.
What a defensive show by Chris Baker. Oh. And this game has turned from a 7-point Mule advantage to a 6-point Hornet lead.
Led by Chris Baker.
And Bob,
And Bob gets the foul.
And they're loving it here at the Hornet Dome.
And I think everybody's going to take a deep breath right now. Exactly. The Kicking Mules do not know what's happened to them this quarter.
Look at the scoreboard, and all of a sudden, the scores, they've been flipped. We're winning now.
But Bedford's not going to give up here.
That's for sure.
And we got Nick Francis on the charity stripe right now. He's going to be shooting 2. Or 1. And Baker with the big board. And he's got to be nearing a double-double.
He's really showed up this quarter.
And that's what senior leadership's going to do for you.
Got Heffelbauer in the game.
Heffelbauer making his first appearance.
And he's another strong fellow.
Saline holding for the last shot. Coming down to 20 seconds left.
And I think they're going to keep the ball and run an isolation for Ed Gall. But that's just me. Either that or Bob Korecki.
Bedford playing the cheap suit defense all over the Hornets.
And Ed's going to set it up. Chris Baker. And he finds Mac underneath, but Mac cannot control.
They're going to have to put this
Heffelbauer.
Oh!
And he hits the 2.
Buzzer beater. How big is that, Matt? How big?
I just don't. Heffelbauer comes off the bench and he makes a big shot like that. That's what you got to have in games like this.
I mean, hasn't taken a shot since what? Halftime.
I mean, he just comes off the bench. I mean, and that's what's going to win you ball games.
If I ever call him Heffelflower again, then shoot me. And we're going to wrap it up here until fourth quarter.
I was doing errands in Saline when I heard horrible noises from the back of my car. Boy, was I upset. I didn't have all day, so instead of going to Ann Arbor, I tried Jerry's Tire in Saline. I was really impressed. The guys at Jerry's were quick to find the specific problem. I understood what they were repairing, and they didn't try to replace parts that didn't need fixing. It all added up to a much lower bill than if I had gone to Ann Arbor.
Jerry's Tire and Alignment in Saline supports our local sports teams. Go Hornets from everyone at Jerry's Tire.
And we got Jason Bolin for Chris Baker right now. I want to keep Chris out of foul trouble. Think that's a strategy by Brenneman right now? Almost a backcourt violation by number 21.
No, I think his strategy was to take out the best player. Of course.
Max all over him.
He's certainly done that, if that was his strategy.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ed Gall lays him a good one.
Oh, the retaliation by number 10.
Not much, though, at that.
And,
yeah.
you know, Ed Gall's a varsity quarterback, and you know he's not going to take any stuff like that.
He's been taking hits from big guys all year long. You know, if you hit some of those skinny guys, it's not going to hurt him.
Jason Bull with great post defense, and he does not let the post defense get to him. I mean, I know he's worked on that, and I mean, how can't you with Chris Baker working on you?
No, he's got those great big hands.
And it's turning a little bit physical right now on the floor.
Those big, strong hands.
You know, once he puts his grasp on you, you can really tell.
Big, strong, manly hands.
Back to Cricky will think twice about missing 2 in a row.
Thank you, Bob. Oh, behind the back.
Oh, and we got and the Saline crowd does not like that call. But how can you?
Well, you can't.
But Saline's going to keep up the pressure right now. Looking for the lob pass.
Oh, almost intercepted by Heffelbauer.
And Heffelbauer all but reaches in his pockets right there.
Yes, Heffelbauer knows what he had for dinner.
And Bedford's now in the bonus right now. And they're just trying to get anything going right now, you know? It's 39-31, fourth quarter. And that's Bedford's first points in a long time.
Of course, Scott Duquette, the big 86% free throw shooter. Got to expect him to make both of these.
He's been making them all game.
He's been shooting well.
Taking his time at the charity stripe. Takes the shots. And that one's going to rim in, too.
He's going to get those rolls.
And Bedford's really been getting those rolls all night.
Looks like their cheerleaders have a few rolls themselves.
You really got to get that over.
Oh!
Well, you did what you had to do.
And Heffelbauer did not come to meet the ball, and that's pretty much
He
cardinal
walked.
rule. And 25, Chad Clay pretty much walked to Mexico there and back. And that's into Ryan James. A little senior leadership going on. Teddy G.
Shake and bake.
Ed takes the shot. And he needs to put a little more mustard on his bun there. And
nice.
Duquette has the answer there, and he's been a big player all game. But Ed's not going to quit. Comes up the court. And John, Ed all but has a full body cast on. What's with all these braces and so forth?
Well, being the free sports star that Ed Gall is, he's going to get beat up now and then.
Especially at the quarterback position.
Yeah.
And Duquette's making stuff happen right now.
That's 2 in a row.
And that's the second jumper in a row. And it is a 2-point lead by Saline right now.
Matt, dare I say, and Fuego?
Dare you say.
Oh, but
he has to answer. And James says, I like the way you work it, no diggity.
Sweet Jesus. That was just a good-looking shot.
Let's keep that one on the down low.
Yes, that was one of our trendy slang moments, in case you didn't notice. And an array of Hornets checking in for Saline, including Jeff Wilcox and Chris Baker.
You know, Bull put in his minutes tonight, and he gave Baker the well-deserved rest, you know, and now we got Baker back in, and he's fresh.
Off the front iron.
Oh, and Baker comes up with the big D. Back to him. Right to Alice. Alice with the jumper, and it's good. And all of a sudden, it's a 6-point lead by Saline.
Instant offense. Every time a comeback is mounted by Bedford, it's countered. And that's just what they got to keep doing.
And right now, number 4, Blake Flessner is trying to post up on Ryan James, but James is not having it. And we got to have 3 seconds coming up here pretty soon. Ooh, and
I think he just pitched his tent right there in the lane.
all but. And Baker said no again. When is Bedford going to learn?
Kids have not learned their lesson.
And it's career day in the gym with Chris Baker.
Yes. Hi.
Warming defense by the Hornets.
Yes. One guy's a fireman, one guy's a police officer. Career day, he's just a shot blocker.
And Bedford calls a timeout. All of a sudden, they're down by 6 again. They show some life, and all of a sudden, Saline says, no, this is our home gym. We're making it happen.
Yes. Few teams can come in the Hive and own Saline the way that they did in the first half.
Exactly. And Saline and Bedford seem to forget that it's a 2-half game, and the second half has belonged to Saline.
Yes, rather flat in the second half, the Mules.
So, John, if you had to say right now, who are your PT peers in this game? Primetime players, that is.
Well, I gotta go with Maceo Baston for one.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
I mean, you know, he came here, gave us the spark we needed.
That's right. And I think that's pretty much the reason that Saline is in this game right now is because of Maceo Baston. But playing, John, who are your PT peers actually on the court?
Oh, brother.
I got to be thinking James Reed myself.
Yeah.
Yes, and although he hasn't seen any time on the floor either,
he's been a big contributor on the bench, you know. He gets the guys' spirits up when they come off.
Yes, definitely a role player for the Hornets this year. But next year looking to log a few more minutes.
And Baker gets it inside again, and he will not be stopped.
Baker cannot be faded down low.
And another drive. And it's going to be a Bedford foul. And I think everyone was holding their breath on that one.
Yes, I think that one could have gone either way.
Actually, excuse me, it was a foul on Saline. But I didn't see
I guess
that.
it did go the other way.
That's a foul on Jacob Alice.
That's his third.
Oh, but PT Pierce, I'd say definitely Chris Baker. He's had about, I think about 97 blocks this game.
Actually, I think it's 98, John, if you've been
yeah.
keeping track at home.
Yes, for you kids keeping score at home, it's 98 right now. For Bedford, Scott Duquette has been keeping them in this game.
Exactly. He's come up with 2 big jumpers in a row. And Bedford be all but warming up the bus right now without his performance. Saline sets it up. Bedford trying to get anything going. James picks up his dribble over to Alice.
Ooh. Oh.
And Jacob, not going to see that much from him, a bad pass.
There had to be a foul somewhere.
Duquette has the ball, guarded heavily by Ryan James. The shot's off. Matt, great position inside, and a bad break for Saline. Apple pie, Jeff Wilcox comes up with the ball. But unfortunately, he ran out of real estate.
Frankly, he just did.
And a loose ball foul on Chris Baker. And that's going to bring up his, let me check my book here, his 3rd foul.
You don't have a book.
You can't even read.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Matt many times has tried to trick us by reading those novels, except he has a book upside down often.
Anyway, getting back to the basketball. Bedford makes good on the first one. And Bedford just won't go away in this game. How about it, John?
Yeah. Bedford's like a bad cold. You know, you can hawk up all that bad stuff. You can take all the NyQuil you want, you know. But they're not going away.
And that's into Baker, and he's just getting mugged on there. But again, he makes his presence known, and Baker's just coming up huge in this game. Oh! In 25, Chad Clay had some sweaty palms there and could not handle the pass there.
Yes, Baker hoping to top his earlier 45-point performance this season. That was against the Catholic All-Stars.
And Baker wisely holds it up.
Okay, I just made that up.
And James is going to set it up at the top of the key. James getting mugged out there with the left hand.
He gets it to fall. You know what that reminds me of? The
Who?
Pinckney Pirates. I think we all remember at Pinckney this year, James driving to the lane for the winner.
Exactly.
Totally different shot, though.
But still, it was James, the shot was good, so that reminds me.
And the Bedford fans are emphatic right now, and I think they just have frustration written all over their faces.
Some of them are just fat.
Exactly.
Yeah, probably. You know, speaking of PT peers, I want to mention the Saline crowd. You know, it's a Tuesday night, there's exams coming up, yet there's still, you know,
they're pretty much the sixth man every game.
yes, there's a good 100 strong up there.
Exactly.
And they're doing everything they can to pull the Hornets through the second half.
Can we maybe get a quick shot of the crowd? Maybe not.
Oh. Well.
You know, if you want to put one person on the line, you don't want it to be Ryan James.
And Bedford needs to do their scouting, and definitely Kyle Sy has. And they're going to pay for it right now when Ryan James knocks down both of these.
Yes.
And hopefully I won't be putting my foot in my mouth.
Yes, that great fan shot was provided by camera people Matt Elmore and Kyle Newmeyer. I want to thank them again.
And excuse me while I take my foot out of my mouth. But Jacob Allis,
How big a second half has he had?
Big.
he's looking like Mr. Clean there when he cleans it up.
Reminiscent of Tim Duncan.
And Bedford getting a little hasty with their shots right now.
The leaner
Although not to be
doesn't quite
confused with
go.
not Scott Hastings, formerly of the Pistons and the Heat and a slew of other teams.
And Gall's going to wisely hold it up.
Oh, and what's he reaching for there? And Ed Gall doing some of that trash talk we hear on the streets.
Exactly. A little street lingo.
Yes, exactly. Yes, I think Ed has every joint in his body taped up.
Exactly.
I'm surprised he's not wearing a neck brace out there. But the way they're mugging him, the kid pretty much needs a hard hat.
But he can still knock down the free throws. And the ref is wanting to call a T on 4, but he can't get up the guts to do it. Ford just went over and gave him a good shove. And it's getting a little out of hand right now, refs.
Yes, maybe a little parking lot action after the game, if we're lucky.
And Gall makes good on both. And believe you me, he's going to let number 4 know about it.
Yes, you have to be cognizant of Ed Gall's shooting ability. Rambus. Oh.
And I'm not sure how they got Jeff Mack on the foul there.
Well, that was some sportsmanship. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like sportsmanship.
No, me neither. I like more the in-your-face, I hate you, let's take it out on the basketball court.
Guys, that's not the way to do it.
You're right.
We were wrong.
You need to come to terms with that.
Okay, this is.
And the first free throw is no good by Chris
surprise.
Foray.
Big surprise.
And obviously, free throws are not his forte.
Foray?
And James getting nailed out there. Finally gets the foul, and he'll go to the line.
And 42 still hearing it. When will they quit?
These Saline fans are relentless.
They're ruthless, might I say.
Not only do the Saline fans come out for every game, but they have about the best memory known to man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, an air ball from the third quarter?
Saline's not going to forget. I think we're going to take a timeout for station identification right now. Watching TV 22 in Saline. And you're watching Saline Hornet basketball with Matt Dorado, John Hyde-Loft, and Kyle Sy.
SCTN helping make Saline a great place to live.
Exactly. James on the first one, and he rolls in.
Don't forget, go out, support the Booster Club. They could really use the help.
Exactly.
Yes. Get those scholarships for your kid.
And how much time we got, John?
It's something 10. I'm obstructed.
About 2:10.
Yeah, approximately 2 minutes left.
And James makes good on both, and the scoring has really picked up in the second half. This is the Saline team I know.
Yes. The Bedford coach is going to call a timeout. Oh, he's going to wait for the 2-minute warning.
And of course, we all know the 2-minute warning is in football.
Yes, that was my bad.
Not to mention pro football.
Maybe a little carry.
And that one's not going to fall for number 12, but Heffelbauer on the foul. He's going to go to the line for 2. And that's going to be Joe Albring on the line for 2. And some Bedford fans giving up on their squad right now, filing out of the building.
Yes. You know, aside from such stars as Maceo Baston and Kyle Newmeyer in the crowd this evening, I think we've overlooked Clem Corona.
And, of course, David Ping, returning for, I'm sure, the holiday break.
Yes, we'd like to give him a special hello. Clem Corona, all the administrators here checking out the action.
As is every game, you know?
Oh, yeah, they're as big a fans as we are. Trapping D.
And Comfort's going to take it strong to the hoop and get the 2. Up and under.
Zone.
Up and under for Mike Comfort.
And that's where those dance lessons come in. As you all know, he is a
great defense there by Heffelbauer.
Black belt ballayer. What's a black belt ballayer? It's something real good.
And right now, the floor's looking a little dirty, so we're going to get the scrub players in.
Yes.
And we're going to hear it from the crowd for Jeff Mack, Ryan James, and Jason Bull.
Guys logging great minutes tonight.
And with a 57-41 lead, I mean, how can't you give the less experienced guys a little more time, you know?
Of course, any of these 5 guys out there right now could be starting at any other SEC school.
Especially Bedford.
Especially the SEC school of Bedford.
Oh, and Brown says no.
Was that Baker or was that Aaron Brown?
I think it was Aaron Brown.
That was Brown.
Okay.
You know, surprisingly enough, I think Brown has got the second most ups, so to speak, on the team.
Ups?
Ups.
I'm not familiar with ups.
As in jumping ability, as in hops, as in getting up.
Hops I'm familiar with. In the lager. The barley and the hops.
Let's just leave it at jumping ability, okay, John?
Okay.
And right now the scrub's got to be thinking fundamentals, you know? Heffelbauer out of bounds.
Yeah. So you hear about that new Tim Hortons?
Donuts, correct?
Correct. 24 hours they'll be open.
And the bullet pass to James Reed.
How can you not like 24-hour donuts?
Yes. We already have Dunkin' Donuts.
And Brown to the baseline. Sends it back out to Max Hahn. We got a traveling call.
Not really sure about that call, ref.
And the ref just needs to let him play, I think, you know?
No, there's a minute left in the game. Let's just end it on a high note.
And we also want to take this opportunity to say that Saline Hornet basketball is not the only basketball going on in Saline. I mean, what else do we have, John?
I'll work on a dunk here.
Oh! Aaron Brown? His first, and Brown can't be happy with that, but Saline gets the ball back.
We're staying right here. I just want to say, if you're having a lonely Saturday night, come this Saturday, what would that be, the 7th, 8th,
Which
9th,
we all know
10th,
John
11th?
will be having.
I think it's the 11th or the 12th, something like that. Come
11th.
Come out about around 5.
Exactly.
To the Hornet Dome right here. You see some great basketball. Because, you know, both Matt or I could be starting on this Hornet basketball team. We just
We just like to
Yes.
bring the action to you firsthand here.
Yes, we're concentrating on our studies.
And number 4, Blake Flessner, has frustration written all over his face. I mean, he just cannot get anything going. And Mike Comfort waves to the crowd and shows his appreciation. Right now we have Flessner at the line. First one good by Flessner, but it makes no difference at this point. At this point, I think. And Flessner good on the second. Heffelbauer out of bounds. It's Jeff Applepie Wilcox. Over to Reed. Oh, and Reed gets hammered.
I'm looking for a flagrant. They want a flagrant in the press box up here.
And Scott Shutt says, get that shot out of here.
He just shut him out.
But I think it's time to shut the lights out on the Mules.
Exactly.
Slane's all but done that. I'd like to remind you of having a post-game interview, at least we hope we will, with a member of the Hornets.
And Reed can't be happy with that. I mean, if you got chances to get points, I mean, he wants to make good on them.
Exactly.
Second one up.
Oh.
And he knows he gets money when he goes to the bank.
Yes, I heard him call it up here.
I heard it.
I'm going to vouch for him.
And Shutt with the rebound there, and Reed over the back, I think. Or is it Shutt over the back? And that's Shutt's second foul. He likes to get the fouls. Not too keen on points, but he likes the fouls.
Or it's back over the Shutt. Huh?
Huh?
That's one to think about. What if C-A-T spelled dog?
Well, we all know it doesn't, so we'll get off that.
Hypothetically speaking here. See? No answer.
What if J-O-H-N really spelled dork?
Well, in many languages it does.
Anyway, what's our time situation right now?
Yeah, game's over.
I think
it's been
the game
over
is
since
over.
halftime.
And Brown
Can't get it to fall.
gives a souvenir to the cheerleaders, and that's all. With the final 58-47, the Hornets winning over the Temperance Bedford Mules.
And we'll be back right after this with a post-game interview exclusively on your hometown station, SCTN TV.